Thokozani Dimelang Khanya Lisedi. Hello everyone and welcome to the 101 sessions with Gogo Musore. And I'm your host Gogo. I'm giving you guys tips, lessons, and teachings on everything spirituality. Okay, so today I'm not gonna be talking about any specific topic, but rather giving information about a certain poster I posted a few weeks ago on my post, which was about a spiritual awakening course that I will be providing alongside Gogo Mahabo in the next coming month or so, right? So I posted that, and it does have a few details, but not really all the details that I needed. And I did emphasize that I will post a video explaining everything, and it took me so long. So I'd like to apologize to everyone who has been wondering what's going on without me actually telling you guys what's going on with the proper video and whatnot, right? But for others, they've already contacted me, and I've explained some of the things regarding this course and gave them enrollment forms and whatnot, right? So about this course, it is called a spiritual awakening course, and the motto is reaching the fifth dimension. I came up with, okay, I did not come up with that, it's fine. Okay, so the course is actually a 6 months course. Okay, so this is only the part 1. We're still deciding as to whether we're going to have a part 2 of this course or not. So that is still something that is debatable. But with the first course, it is a 6 months course. In this 6 months, it's going to be a practical thing. You're going to be doing everything practically as opposed to just listening to instructions and whatnot like we are doing here on our videos, because most of our videos, yes, we touch up on so many spiritual things, but we are not really going into practical details on everything. So with this course, it will be a practical detail on all these things. But bear in mind, this is not an initiation. Again, it's just us trying to help people who moya to actually tap into different types of spiritual dimensions and ground themselves in certain ways. So the services that will be brought by this course, that will bring through this course, is intuitive training, which is the first one. Will help you train your intuition, so you'll be able to get guidance from your intuition, get guidance from your ancestors properly. Meaning what, from here onwards, after this course, you will be able to understand instructions that are given to you by your ancestors and your intuition guide and your intuitive guidance. Number 2, we'll be focusing on balancing the chakras. Understand that there are different chakras in the body, and once the chakras are opened, then that is when you'll be able to tap into different spiritual dimensions and be able to connect with spirits the way that you wish to connect with them. So for those of you guys who have spiritual gifts, this course will actually help you guys in terms of being able to divine or prophesy for people, even though you're not going to fully be able to do that, because there are certain processes or rituals that need to be done for that, which is Otwasa. Like I said, this is not Otwasa. This is just to help you strengthen your spiritual gift to a certain extent. But bear in mind, even though I said that this course is not only limited to people with a spiritual gift, even people without spiritual gift can still enroll with us to actually help them strengthen their spirituality in a sense. The third thing is cleansing your aura, which is actually one of the most important things in all these things. Cleansing your aura being actually removing any negative energies and knowing how to remove them properly, right? Number 4 is meditation. So you're going to be taught how to meditate properly, how to meditate without being distracted, how to connect with spirits, your ancestors and whatnot, and the universe through meditation. So there will be different types of meditations that we'll be looking at, and each different type of meditation will be able to help you in terms of a different sector of your intuitive training, right? Number 5, it's Kundalini. So Kundalini is one of the major spiritual awakening rituals or other processes that are done. So there's Kundalini, and then there's yoga, which will also help you reach other dimensions, spiritual dimensions, in a very steady and quick pace, in a sense. There's also activation of clairs. So most of you guys have seen some of my videos. I talked about different clairs and whatnot, and I went into details as to what these clairs are, how they work and whatnot. So in this course, we'll also be looking at clairs, activating them, learning how to use these clairs so they can actually help you. So with people with spiritual gifts, your clairs being activated, let's say for example you have that clair for hearing, so you'll be able to hear certain information or certain guidance from your ancestors before you even get to initiate, right? The other thing is grounding yourself, and grounding yourself is actually a very good one because of that thing out. It also assists people who are still yet to go into initiation, people who have not initiated, or people that have already initiated. Grounding yourself actually helps you connect with the earth itself. So you'll be learning how to ground yourself. But like I said, it is not limited to people with spiritual gifts, whether you've initiated or not, or whether you're not supposed to do that, or you're spiritually gifted or not. It will actually assist you, because grounding yourself is a matter of connecting with the earth, connecting with the soul, connecting with the universe, and that is something that is very important in terms of spiritual awakening for every single individual or person out there. Another thing we'll be looking at is tapping into telepathy and also astral projection. So telepathy, of course, is that thing people who have this particular gift of telepathy will be able to do it to a higher extent, whereas people who do not really have the gift of telepathy, you will be able to do it, but not as gangster as other people will. But in a way, you'll be able to understand telepathy, able to like practice telepathy and use telepathy to a certain extent, and also you'll be able to astral project. So astral projection does not have any limit. Anyone can astral project under the right conditions and whatnot, right? So these are the services. There will be other things that I will be adding to this course, and my partner will also be adding to this course to actually help with spiritual awakening. Some of these things that we'll be adding will be in the part 2 of this course. So we will keep you guys updated if there's a part 2 and when this part 2 will start. So what you need to do during this particular course, first of all, be determined to actually learn these things, because yes, we will give you knowledge, we will give you instructions on certain things that you should do to actually have the right kind of results out of it. But if you actually just listen to what we say but don't perform the things that we are actually advising you to do, then that is gonna be moilongor. You will not get the results that you need. So be very determined. The same as when you are at school, obviously you're gonna need to practice the things that you are taught on a regular basis to strengthen your knowledge on whatever it is that you're learning. So be determined. Okay, another thing, follow instructions. The instructions that we're gonna give you are gonna be very straight to the point. We're gonna guide you. We're gonna give you visual and also vocal explanations on how you go about all these things. So be willing to learn, follow instructions, and be willing to learn, because we will not be able to just use muti or voodoo and make you be able to do all these things. It's just going to be a matter of you cooperating with us the way that you need to, because at the end of the day, your hard work will also entail, or rather will also impact how far along you will go as a person who's actually trying to awaken your spirits or awaken your spirituality to a certain extent, right? So what you need to know is that, like I said, this is not initiation. If you have to initiate, you will go to initiate eventually. So this is not a shortcut for initiation. If you have already initiated, this is just to help you strengthen your spiritual gift. If you don't have to initiate, that is also fine. It doesn't matter whether you have a spiritual gift or not, because at the end of the day, we are all spiritual. We all have ancestors. We all have spiritual guidance and all those stuff. So it is not an initiation, but it will help you in terms of understanding spirituality and connecting with spirits in ways that you need to connect with it. And also at the end of the day, you need to be able to get divine messages and be able to communicate with the spirits in ways that you need to. So like I said, yes, it's not initiation, but at the end of the day, all these things that I've talked about, train your intuition, balancing your chakras, yes, at the end of all these things, you'll need to have a certain level of spiritual awaken. Your spirit needs to be awakened to a certain level. So you are going to find yourself having spiritual messages, divine messages, being connected with your ancestors and whatnot. So it's going to be a lot of benefits from this particular thing is, and once you've actually enrolled in a course, you'll be able to understand fully as to what kind of results you need to receive at the end of every single chapter that we'll be looking at regarding this particular course. And lastly, before you actually get into the course, or before you actually start with everything, I would advise a person to actually cleanse themselves. How you want to get a cleansing is completely up to you. Yes, we will be offering a cleansing package. The price of the cleansing package will be told to the people that are enrolling in the course. So if you're gonna get a cleansing package, if you have consulted with us, yes, can get a cleansing package. It's traditional herbs and whatnot. But if you have not initiated with us, you'll get duasho or even natural herbs and whatnot, right? So in terms of the cleansing package, like I said, you don't necessarily need to go to us. If you feel like you want to go to someone else to get a cleansing, that is also fine, as long as you do a cleansing, because like I've said in most of the videos regarding most of these topics that we're gonna be looking at and actually enhancing with with ourselves, doing them practically, we are gonna, you do know what get that thing or certain things, if you are not cleansed, if you have not cleansed yourself, then you might attract negative entities or energies. So we're avoiding this thing more longer, you attract the wrong entities or energies while in the process of doing the course. So hence the cleansing is very mandatory when you're doing this particular course, right? So like I said, it's a 6-month course, and yes, it is paid for. I know someone out there is like, am I gonna pay for it? Yes, it is paid for. As for the price of the payment, yes, you will contact me on my WhatsApp with the number 0655051216. The number is at the top. I'm also gonna leave Gogo Mahabu's numbers on the top as well, which is 067 366 9064. You can contact either one of us. Moilongo, you'll get the enrollment forms, the prices for the course, the registration, the monthly fees, and everything that you need to know. And once you've actually paid and filled the enrollment form, then you'll be able to get the information, or rather the start with the course. So practically speaking, in times when we're gonna start with the whole course. Starting from September, we're gonna be starting with everything, eh? But even if you actually contact us after September, that is also fine, because the course will be uniform for every single person. It will be the same course regardless of what time you're gonna start with it and whatnot, right? So I think I've actually touched up into everything regarding this course. If there's anything that I've missed, I will make a video about it, explaining it properly. And for those of you guys who did not understand what this course was about, I hope you guys fully understand. If you have any questions, please leave them on the comment section, or contact me on my number, or contact Go Mahabu to give you the information on whatever it is that you are feeling a bit confused about regarding this particular course and spiritual awakening training practical course. Anyways, that is it for me, guys. I hope you guys fully understand. I hope you guys have a beautiful one. Thokozani. Bye bye.